Litlington television is under threat. Falling audience figures, bad programme reviews, reduced advertising revenue and unhappy staff have all combined to put their future in peril. Their franchise is up for renewal and there are rumours that the franchising committee will be secretly visiting them at any moment, maybe tonight. The pressure is really on, but despite it all there are programmes to be made.
Now, for Christ's sake, can we make sure today goes smoothly? No more cock-ups and a major improvement on yesterday. I'm relying on you to make sure these morons do their jobs properly. I'll brief them all before we start, but as usual I can rely on them forgetting everything I've said after the first 5 minutes, so it's up to you to keep them on their toes. I've been reliably informed that we can expect a surprise visit from the franchise committee. They're checking us out totally, and if we screw up it'll be a swift kick up the Calvin Kleins and P45s all round.
Do we know they're coming today, Ruth?
No, you prat. We've got no idea when they're coming, or how many, or what they'll look like. That's the whole point. They want to catch us with our pants down. In your case, they'll be lucky to find you with any on.
Well, are you going to tell the crew about these spies, Ruth? They're already pretty uptight and worried about their jobs.
Oh, do you think so? Well, maybe I shouldn't say anything and just give everybody a Valium with their freshly ground Colombian morning coffee. Then again, it's not their bloody jobs I'm worried about, it's mine. So yes, you striking slug, I intend to tell them everything. And you'll make sure they react appropriately, won't you?
Whatever you say, Ruth.
No. I still don't think you quite understand the seriousness of our situation here. For 10 months now we've been suffering from lousy reviews, falling audiences, rapidly decreasing advertising revenues, and all this is happening just at the time that our franchise is up and needs renewing. On top of that, we've got drunks for newscasters, weather people who don't know whether they'll turn up or not, and no managing director since the eminent Michael Fraid had to leave for health reasons. Oh, thank God we've got Richard, steady as a rock, loved by the audiences and a major shareholder. We've got to know that we're right behind him and doing our best for LTV.
I didn't know any better. I'd say our lovely Ruth fancies Dick. Pardon the expression.
That would explain her constant tiredness and her terrible absences and her frequent dreadful temper.
Do you really think so?
Now then, everybody, can we all gather round and listen to this very important message from your senior studio director, most ruthless.
Oh, this sounds ominous.
Okay, you ignorant rabble, if you want to keep your jobs and please me at the same time, then you'd better pay attention. Currently, our franchise is up for renewal with no guarantees that we will win the bid. I have been advised by the franchise committee that we can expect an undercover visit. So we need to be particularly vigilant and do our best in all areas of our work. There will be no second chances. I'm relying on all of you to make sure you do your jobs properly and get the schedules out on time. Be aware, it could be anybody. And let's please try and make the best of these awful studio audiences we've been getting lately. Okay, places everybody, let's make it happen. It's showtime. God, I feel really perspired now.
Oh, really? Well, I hope Richard does. We have to make sure that he's kept happy and on form. For God's sakes, nobody call him Dick.
Are the mobbing yet? Oh, yes, I can smell them. While you make sure everything's ready to roll, You better get Butcher on here to keep them all amused.
I sincerely hope you have resolved that ongoing altercation with those creatures I have to work with. I really don't know why I do. How I can work with rank amateurs. I have my reputation to think of.
Well, I hope it's all fixed now, I really do. But this constant bickering over star billing, it's an extremely painful issue. I'll speak to Meryl about it. Meryl? Meryl?
Oh, are you coming?
I shall not tolerate any more fisticuffs. I shall vacate my position. I can't speak.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, if I could have your attention for a moment, please. There's some important information that I have to give to you before we start today's programming. Now, today we'll be doing some programming, some of which will be going out live. It is vital that you do everything we ask of you during these shows, but obviously most important when we're going out live. Don't worry about this, we'll tell you when it's happening and you'll see the on-air signs come on. Please, no drinking, eating or smoking other than in the refreshment break. No talking or muttering, and please only cough, sneeze or fart if you really want. Now, despite all this discipline, please try to remember that you are here to enjoy yourselves. And now I shall be handing you over to your audience manager, Mr. Billy Butcher, who has some more information for you and will make sure you're all sitting comfortably. Thank you for your attention, and allow me to introduce Mr. Billy Butcher.
Good day, good day, good day! No, I said good day. I mean it's good here, eh? Oh, never mind. My name's Billy Butcher, and I'm your audience manager. That's warm-up man to you and me. My job's to keep you entertained amidst all the boredom we're going to put you through, but also to give you information so that you know what we expect of you in return for all this splendid entertainment. Let's have a look at you all. Let's have a look at this audience we've got here. Yeah, it's just as I thought. A right motley crew we've got here. Oh, I don't know. Never mind. Let's get to know each other, eh? Where are you from? Oh, Royston, eh? Did you know that 90% of the wives in Royston are unfaithful? Oh, it's true, really. And the Archbishop of Canterbury wrote to the other 10%. Do you know what he put in the letter? No. Didn't you get one? Oh, please don't laugh too loud. I've got a terrible headache. I was putting some toilet water on and the seat fell on my head. I got a terrible shock last week. A mate of mine told me that all women with blue eyes are faithful and all women with brown eyes are unfaithful. I rushed straight home. And the wife was asleep in bed and I rushed upstairs into the bedroom and I said, wake up and look at me. And she opened her eyes and looked at me and I said, brown! And the voice from under the bed said, how'd you know I was here? Right, just a few simple things to pass on to you, so please pay attention or I'll come round to your house while you're on the job. Over there, you will see a sign which when lit says applause. When this sign is lit and you're cued by the floor manager, we want you to applaud wildly and don't stop until you're cued. Let's give that a try. As Miss Ruth Less, as we like to call her, Hairless, has already told you, some of our programmes will be going out live today and some will be recorded. You'll be getting more information before each programme, so you know what's going on. And all live broadcasts will cause the on-air sign to be illuminated. Your senior studio director and the floor manager will be giving you more information as the day goes on. So remember, pay attention, but above all, enjoy yourselves.
Where the hell is that girl? God knows we don't ask much from her, but she seems to be incapable of even delivering a... Oh, I see. A prior engagement.
Please stop bellowing and get ready. Sharon will be in your dressing room as soon as she's finished with Richard.
Be there to pick Richard up when you've finished with him.
Oh, I just don't know how much more of this I can take. She thought I didn't hear that, but I did. I'm sick to death of all the innuendo and gossip surrounding me. And whose business is it anyway? And she can talk. Old lush. Can't get out of bed in the morning to get here and constantly pissed. Worst of all is her bloody tantrums. And she doesn't even know she's got a problem. What she's desperately in need of is PRT to supplement her HRT.
What's PRT, Ruth?
Personality replacement therapy. Oh, they just don't know what I'm going through, and if they did, they bloody well wouldn't care.
Oh, I'm sure that's not true, Ruth. Maybe you should trust in us all a little more. You know, a problem shared and all that.
Oh, well, you know a big part of it, and that's bad enough. You know, I really am scared stiff the studio will close and these poor, helpless kids will find themselves totally baffled by the awful reality of it all. It's really troubled right now, and not just because of the studio situation.
Well, what is it, Ruth?
Well, let's just say an important piece of his past has come back to haunt him, and it's all a bit of a shock.
Well, he's a big boy. I'm sure he can look after himself.
I hope so. Right now he's having real difficulty dealing with that. I mean, it...
Is that all, Ruth? I'm sure there's nothing else troubling you?
No, I'm fine, really.
Ruth, you can't go on like this. You'll go crazy. Is it something between you and Richard?
No, I only wish it was. No, it's my mother. She's been ill for years, you know, but lately she's just got much worse. Her mind has gone. She's completely helpless. It's as if she's just waiting to die.
Oh, Ruth, what can I say? This is dreadful. You poor
No,
body.
the worst thing of is there's just no one to talk to, no one to share this burden with. I don't know how much longer I can go on.
Well, I'm glad you told me, Ruth. If there's anything I can do,
Oh,
anything.
This isn't going to fix anything. Oh, I've got a studio to run here, and God knows that's hard enough when I've got my head together.
Well, I'm so glad you told me, Ruth, because you can rely on me. Things are going to change around here.
Thank you. Please keep everything I've said to yourself, won't you? Thank you.
Yes, of course, Ruth. Now you've told me, I know I can help.
Okay. You make sure everything's ready to roll, and let's get this show going.
And don't you worry, Ruth.
I won't worry. Ladies and gentlemen, we're now going into a commercial break, followed by our introduction to our highly successful daily drama, Away with the Neighbours. So can we cue the ads, please? Yes. 5, 4, 3.
We'll print anything for you, yes, anything for your customs, everything to us. You know that we'll do anything for your smiles, anything for your smiles, everything to us.
Can you print CVs?
Anything,
Can you do that for me?
anything,
Can you print a card?
anything,
Or is that too hard?
ink harder too.
Yes, we do anything from small business cards to large colour pamphlets.
And you can guarantee our service will be fast and efficient at Litmark Printers, Hitchin.
On last week's episode of Away with the Neighbours, Nolene's campaign to close the local nuclear power station suffers a major setback when the reasons her kids glow in the dark is traced to a packet of breakfast cereal. Jolene has been referred for psychological reports after being caught smearing jam on the local cricket pitch. She says she only did it to preserve the grass. The police don't believe her, but realise that unless they can come up with another motive, they're on a sticky wicket. Marlene is worried about her husband, who has suddenly become completely uninterested in her after starting a new job, shearing sheep. Dr. Roberts is worried about his twin daughters, Vaseline and Germaline, who think they've developed mystical healing powers. He's sceptical about the whole thing, but doesn't want to rub it in. Dr. Roberts' wife, Windowline, is worried about a smear campaign if the story reaches the local press. Charlene has gone walkabout to decide whether to have Jeff's baby, which was conceived during a moment of passion at an all-night barbie on the beach. Charlene is actually in love with Jim, a part Aboriginal pool cleaner from Perth. She continues to see him against her parents' wishes, but is devastated when he tells her that he thinks he's gay. Meanwhile, somewhere else in Dingo Drive...
Nothing ever happens round here.
Bored? How can you be bored? Next door's house has just burnt down. There's been a fire at the local recycling plant. 5 inmates have escaped from the local jail. I wrecked my car. There's Japanese terrorists at the airport. And there's just been a drugs bust at the Chinese restaurant. It's true, thanks God it's Saturday.
What's the matter with you, love? You've been like this ever since we fetched you back from Madrid when you ran off with that Spanish car salesman.
But I was in love with him.
How can you say that? You only went off with him after he filled up with gas on his way to Perth.
Leave me alone, I hate you!
Don't talk to your mother like that.
What about that nice boy you met last week? You know.
Oh, Mick. He's gross, he's a sleazebag and a complete dork.
Last week you wanted to marry him.
I don't want to talk about it. Just let's say I found out he was 2 bangers short of a Barbie.
Well, I don't understand.
He said he couldn't marry me.
Oh, why ever not?
He said he thought he was suffering from premature infatuation.
Can't be that bad.
All men are the same. All they ever think about is sex.
Well, maybe not all of them, dear.
I'll get it.
Never mind, there'll be plenty more boys in the future.
Yeah, but when? It's been 5 days.
Tell you what, why don't we take you shopping for some new clothes? It won't solve anything, but it'll make you feel better.
Great. Can we go to that new boutique shopping mall?
Well, I'll have to persuade your father that it's a good idea, but I'll see what I can do.
I've seen some really cool dresses that'll drive the boys wild.
Who was that at the door, love?
A salesman.
Oh, yeah? What was he selling?
He wanted to sell me a colonic irrigator.
That sounds like just what you need, dear. Did you buy one?
Nah, of course not. Told him we'd already got a sprinkler.
Hello, mate.
Hey?
Can I borrow your chainsaw, please?
Yeah, of course, mate. It's in the back of the ute on the drive.
Thanks, mate. I'll bring it back tomorrow.
Okay, no worries.
I was thinking of taking Crimpling here, shopping for some new clothes.
Yeah, what for?
Because it'll cheer her up.
She's got plenty of clothes.
Yeah, but she's young. It's important she keeps up with the latest fashions.
You should look good, don't you, Dad?
Well, yeah, I suppose so, but, well, okay, but just you make sure that those skirts stay below sea level and the tops leave something to the imagination.
But, Dad...
No, but keep this up and I'll change my mind.
I thought I'd get some new clothes too.
What do you need new clothes for?
Well, look at me. Don't you think I deserve better than this?
What's wrong with that?
It's all tatty and worn. I haven't had any new clothes for ages.
So what? I've been wearing the same underwear for 10 years.
Yeah, we know.
Have you seen what it says here in the paper?
No, I can't say I have. I never get a chance to read it.
It says the government have had to cancel plans for trips for foreign tourists wishing to appreciate the Australian cultural heritage.
Oh, yeah? Why is that then?
Because they realise the trips would only last 15 minutes.
Hey.
Good day.
Oh, can I please borrow your ladders?
Well, sorry mate, Bruce has got them at the moment. When do you need them for?
Don't know really, any time will do.
Well, should be back here in the morning. I'll leave them in the back of the ute.
Thanks, you're a really good mate.
No worries.
Dad?
Dad,
I'm leaving school. I'm going to be a model.
What?
I'm leaving school and I'm going to be a model.
But what about your education, love? You need some qualifications.
Yeah, but if I'm going to do it, I've got to do it while I'm young. And if I'm successful, I won't need any qualifications.
I'm not having you displaying yourself like that.
What do you mean?
Well, I'm not having you showing your your body off to all those men.
Why not? What's the matter with that?
Well, it's disgusting.
Just chill out, Dad. Get real. Don't you like looking at pretty women?
Yeah, well, that's not the point. I mean,
Well, if you don't let me, I'm going to run away to Perth and join an agency.
now that's enough of that talk. Any more talk like that and you're grounded. It isn't going to happen, and that's my final word.
It's not fair. If I was successful, I could earn $10,000 a day.
Well, I'm sorry, dear. Your father said no. And for once, I agree with him.
Half a mo, dear. I mean, let's just think about this a bit more.
But
you know?
what about her education?
Yeah, I know, but don't you think we should encourage her if it's what she really wants to do?
But you've just said it isn't going to happen.
Oh, yeah, well, that's not what I meant.
What did you mean?
Well, what I meant was that, well, you see, what I was trying to say, well, let's look at it from a different aspect.
Aspect. Isn't that what you get when you bend down in a chicken run?
No, you misunderstood what I meant.
Have I?
Yeah. God.
G'day, mate. I've had your daughter, she's no bloody good. How about lending me your wife?
What do you need it for?
About this evening, I'll pick her up at 7:30. I should have finished with her by 7:40.
That long?
Yeah.
Well, okay, I'll leave her in the back of the ute.
How dare you treat me like that?
What did I do?
It's not what you do, it's what you don't do.
Oh, I don't understand.
You don't care about me anymore. You just treat me like one of your possessions.
What? No? What do you want me to do?
Treat me like you did when we were courting.
Oh, like we used to do in the back of the car?
Oh, man, you're hopeless.
Well, I don't understand. You've never said anything before.
I shouldn't have to say anything. You should know.
Well, I don't.
Show me, pay me some attention. Show me some appreciation. Look after me like you used to.
Oh, but I do. Oh, I stuck up for you last week, didn't I?
When?
When that fella said that you weren't fit to live with the pigs, and I said you were. Hello! Speaking! What? How bad is he? Right, we'll be right over.
What is it?
You better sit down. There's been an accident. It's your brother.
What's happened?
Well, there's been an accident at the supermarket. Apparently, he was shopping for some tins of the old amber tubes of the old amber nectar. He reached up for a six-pack, and a whole pile of tinnies fell down on top of him. I don't know how to tell you this, love. It's pretty serious. They're running some tests right now. But it looks as though he might never be able to pull his ring again.
Well, good to see our usual high standards being maintained. Thank you, audience, for your patience and appreciation. I'm glad to see that we've successfully found your level. Okay, let's get going.
My God, things were never this bad. No leadership, that's our problem. Things were never this bad when Michael was here.
Well, as I recall, you were none too sweet on my book when he was here.
You shouldn't talk about things you don't understand.
Are we ready yet? What's next? Oh, yes, that's right. Look, you're supposed to be such an effective floor manager. You put together this delightful children's piece, and please don't forget to brief the audience.
Yes, certainly, Ruthie.
Oh, how kind. And by the way, call me Ruthie again, and I really will get upset. If those two old morons stop feuding yet, I want no hassles on this show. You better get Butcher on here to keep a herd of you while we're waiting.
Okay,
Right.
Billy Butcher, on stage now, please.
I say, back again already, eh? Don't go away. With you in a mo.
Okay, everybody ready for Bill and Ted?
No, sorry, we'll hold it. We're doing some ads here. Can we cue the ads, please? 5, 4, 3.
We buy our clothes from the Dress Circle. The Dress Circle. Be there or be bare.
Tender, loving care. Tender, loving care. Tender, loving care. Phone us, we care. Phone us, we care. Phone us, we care.
I want to be a tree and get looked after by tender loving care in Litlington.
Tender, loving care. Yeah.
Here, everybody, for Bill and Ted. Cast, lighting, sound. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're now ready to record our popular children's TV show, Bill and Ted, The Garden Adventure. We're all ready? Roll VT. 5, 4,
Look, children, here's Bill. Say hello, Bill.
Hello, Gildens.
And here's Ted. Say hello, Ted.
Hello, kids.
Say hello, hello to each other, you silly men.
Hello, Ted. Hello, Gorkid. Golly, Gorkid, Pirrock.
What a lovely day in the garden. And what are you going to do for us today, Bill and Ted?
He got a ding-a-dong, didn't we, Gorkid? We did it again. Hear him?
Listen. Before we go any further, where's your friend, Big Weed?
Is that you, Gorkid? That's it. That's it.
Look, excuse me, look, there she is. Look, there's your friend. There's Big Weed. Okay, what song are we going to sing today? I think it's Ted's turn to pick.
Oh no! He can't flipping think. He's a load of one crap.
Oh, now that's quite enough of that, Bill. It's Ted's turn to pick, and I'm sure he'll pick a good song. What's it to be, Ted?
Old MacDonald's arm.
Yes, Old MacDonald's Farm. That's a lovely song.
But he can't think.
Now. Please. I've got an idea. We'll sing the song and Ted can name the animals and make the animal noises. What about that, everybody?
If you say so.
Okay, that weed.
All right, here we go then.
MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O, and on that farm he had a bullock, E-I-E-I-O, with a bullock here and a bullock there, here a bullock there, a bullock everywhere, a bullock, old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. Oh, don't ye muck it up!
Now then, all right. Ted, can we have some nicer animals, if you please?
Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O, and on that farm he had a turkey, E-I-E-I-O, with a gobble here and a gobble there, here a gobble there, a gobble everywhere, a gobble, bullock here and a bullock there, here a bullock there, a bullock everywhere, a bullock, old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O, I doubt he was a Pirrock. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O, and on that farm he had a E-I-E-I-O.
He had a cockatoo, didn't he?
E-I-E-I-O, with a cockatoo here and a cockatoo there, here a cock there, a cock there, here a cock there, here a cock there, a cock everywhere, a cock, bullock here, and a bullock there, here a bullock there, a bullock everywhere, a bullock, old MacDonald had a farm.
Such interesting animals, Ted, when you can remember.
It's disgusting, he is! Who do darling disgusting? Gorkid! That's it, I've had enough!
No, come, Bill. Ted didn't mean it, did you, Ted?
I indeed!
No, we're a team. What about Tory?
Tufter Tory!
And they all lived happily ever after.
the building until we've got a result. Oh, and by the way, Joe, nice job.
See what you've done now, you bounder! Me? It was you that devastated the performance. I shall probably never work again. And the world of dramatic art will universally applaud.
Look at that. It's disgusting if you ask me. The silly old slapper. Look, she's making a full-time show of herself over it.
Tommy's not in the least bit interested. That's embarrassing, said he. I do mean Richard.
I don't know how she could. You'd never catch me making a fool of myself like that, without you?
You're joking. I'd sooner snug a camel, I would.
Meryl, have you heard? The person has been asking some very funny questions. Something about records being completely up to date. Before we go any further, it's very dodgy.
Before we go any further? What do you think that means? Do you think it means they're going to make redundancies? Oh, we'll see about that. The union will have something to say about that. Excuse me, that's my wife.
Really upset her now. I haven't heard anyone being made redundant yet.
Yeah? Did you say yeah? What do you mean yeah?
Now she's going off.
Sharon, where the hell are you, you dimwit? Get over here and make these ghouls look faintly human.
You'll have to excuse me. Pretty cool.
She's really got it on to her today.
Ruthie, I know exactly what you mean. And yes, it's not one of those better days.
Well, there's no need for her to treat us quite such like others.
Oh, of course.
All except Dickie.
Well, we've got to keep him happy, haven't we? But anyway, quite frankly, I'm a bit sick of all the gospel news around here.
Okay, if you can hear me. Yes. Okay, will you cut the noise, please? We're cutting to the news and weather, which are obviously live. It is vital that you maintain silence during this broadcast. There is no room for screw-ups. We are seconds away from going out live. Please maintain the previous instruction fully. And are we ready? Lights, sound, and Jan? Cue Jan.
From ITN News at 10.
Yes? Look, I'm seconds away from going out live here. What's the problem? What do you mean you've forgotten a news item? I see. The President of the United States has been impeached, and you forgot to mention it. Oh, you had a lot on your mind. Well, it wouldn't take much, would it? Do you realise that every other channel will be covering that story with extended news bulletins, while we are headlining with some overthrow of a third world puppet regime? No, it's got nothing to do with Thunderbirds. Of course people will notice, you idiot. I just can't believe you people. The conversation ignorant little bits we said all over this world here. I am the person with the camera here. It's me who's written
ITN News at 10.
Forces take control in Mother. Pamela Anderson awarded Nobel Peace Prize. Jackie Hill awarded honorary doctorate in history. Hugh Grant arrested again in Los Angeles. Good evening. Rebel freedom fighters have defeated government forces to take control of the West African state of Mabutu. Unconfirmed reports have indicated that the rebels took control after fierce fighting in and around Katanga. Our West African correspondent, Steve Hackman, has been following events in the area for some time now, and hopefully he's at the other end of this telephone now. Steve, can you tell us what the situation is in Mabutu?
Hello? Is that the Panorama Pizza Parlour?
I beg your pardon?
I'd like to order a deep pan pizza with pepperoni and spicy chicken, please. Oh yeah, I'd like a salad with it as well, and a Coke.
Look, I'm sorry, I can't provide you with a pizza, nor can I deliver it.
Can you deliver it? Only I've got to go and see me gran soon. I'm only down the road in Dudley.
No, I can't deliver it. I just said that, you stupid fool.
Why are you closed? It's only 6 o'clock, you know.
No, I'm not closed. I'm a news presenter.
Well, that's funny, that is. You ought to be on the telly.
I am on the television, you idiot, and so are you.
Oh, yeah. Who are you then, Annika Rice?
Listen, you stupid little man. Get off my telephone. We are waiting for a very important dispatch to come through from Mabutu.
Oh, what sort of topping's that, then?
Please, go away.
Are you refusing to send me a pizza?
I said go away.
Bloody foreigners.
Well, it appears that we have some technical problems with that link, so we'll be returning to that later in the programme. Baywatch star Pamela Anderson has been awarded the Nobel Prize for Peace following her efforts earlier this year to pacify the feud between her mother and her husband, Tommy Lee Jones. A spokesman for the Nobel Institute has confirmed that they will not be presenting the traditional medal, as nobody would notice she was wearing it. Plans for a number of personal appearances across America have had to be cancelled following fighting breaking out when several hundred men arrived in Silicon Valley, California, expecting to see them. Her. Football guru and television presenter Jimmy Hill has received an honorary doctorate in history from Coventry University. This follows recent publication of his thesis on the Battle of Waterloo, in which he argued that Napoleon should have adopted a more attacking 40,000, 20,000, 40,000 formation against the Duke of Wellington's sweeper system. Yes? But I'm live on air. What is it? You've lost the video clip of the rebel fighting. Wonderful. Well, what do you want me to do about it? No, I can't make something up. What do you think this is? Call my bluff? Well, what else have you got? Take that in concert? Oh, that'll do. Just put library pictures on the bottom of it or something. No one will notice the difference. Hugh Grant has been arrested again in Los Angeles after he was discovered with a woman in his car. When asked what she was doing there, he is reported to have said, "Blow me, I don't know what all the fuss is about." A spokesman for girlfriend Liz Hurley has confirmed that she was not standing by him at the time. And now the rest of the national news. The Prime Minister left hospital today after a routine minor operation. A Downing Street spokesman has revealed that he received over 200 cards from well-wishers, all of them wishing that he'd fallen down one. The organisers of the National Lottery have denied allegations that, after taking into account running costs, taxes and fees for television presenters, there won't be unpaid money available for anything else. Due to unforeseen circumstances, Mystic Meg will not be appearing on this week's programme. The European Parliament has announced plans to introduce new legislation requiring that pips should contain a maximum of 4 pips. British fruit growers are said to be very worried about how this will affect their core business. Well, it appears that we are now able to speak to our correspondent in Mabutu. Hello, Steve, can you hear me?
Hi, who's that?
This is Jan Dildo in Litlington.
Hey, Jan, what's happening?
Well, we were rather hoping that you were going to tell us, Steve.
I can't hear you very well. There's too much noise. Listen, I just want to say thanks for Paris.
You were great. I hope you didn't think it meant anything. Just two lonely people and all that. But I wanted you to know that I really respect you.
Really? Tell me, Steve, how's your wife?
She's not interested in anything that I do. Anyway, that's enough about her. What about you?
Well, I think she'll be very interested to know what went on when you were in Paris. I think you should call her right away.
What do you mean?
Oh, I'll let her explain.
Yes, but...
Anyway, and now for some local news. Plans to show the controversial film 9½ Weeks at Litlington Cinema have been vetoed by Litlington Parish Council, pending an in-depth review of the film involving the entire council. Until the council reach a decision, Litlington Cinema will be screening the film Naked Lust until further notice. Well, that's all the news we have time for at the moment. Now, let's take a look at the weather. Tracy, tell us about your waterfront.
Well, thank you, Jan, and hello, viewers. Well, hiya. First of all, apologies to those of you who hung the washing out today. I'm sorry, but we just ran out of time last night before we had time to mention the little typhoon that came by this afternoon. So, as a public service, we're offering to return any items that might have gone astray. So, if you recognise any of these items, just phone LTV on 0891 800 500 and we'll get them back to you, alright? It's the auto cue. Be alright. Alright, look. Out here in the Atlantic, we've got like a lovely anti-cycle, and it's set to bring loads of lovely sunshine. Well, maybe not here in East Anglia, but, down here. But the good news is that things are changing quickly, and it'll soon be safe to go outside again. All right. The temperatures for the time of the year are going to be average for the time of the year, really, except here where it's going to be a couple of degrees lower, and it's going to be a bit higher here, and temperatures in the middle will be about, they'll be sort of like in the middle, you know, like considering the time of the month.
What's she on about? Can't you get that auto cue working?
It's broken. And finally, the local weather for the next 24 hours. And it's not very good news for the farmers, I'm afraid. Mind you, they're always moaning, aren't they, viewers? I mean, God, it's always too wet, or it's too hot, or it's too dry. I mean, no matter what, they're never satisfied, and they just put the prices up no matter what anyway. We see them round here in the Range Rovers, getting ECC.
How the hell did she get that job? She can't even talk proper. And she certainly don't know nothing about the weather.
Never mind her, Sharon. How was I? Was I dreadful? Was it just too awful? Tell me, please.
Well, Jan, well, you were no worse than usual. I mean, it really is all a bit too serious for my liking. I mean, why can't it be like in the newspapers, you know, a little bit more colourful and stuff? I mean, I see the stories on the TV, and then I read about them in the newspapers. God, you wouldn't know it's the same story. And I've never understood about politics and wars and things like that. I mean, why can't you do things that real, ordinary people care about? Thank you, Sharon. Most useful, I'm sure. If I could if you just shut your real mouth long enough, I'll just try and rebuild Jan.
Joni, I can't take it. I've just had it. No one knows. Nobody knows.
Jan, don't distress yourself. It was fine, really. It was fine. A little awkward, maybe, but no, fine, really.
Fine? What do you know? Fine? You haven't got a clue, have you? My life is in ruins, and you tell me it's fine. How the hell can it be fine?
Calm down. For God's sake. Don't Try to God knows, it's tense enough for everyone around here. But if we try and get through all this, we'll get through all this if we can fully support Ruth and Richard.
Ruth and Richard? So that's it. You see them as an item as well. My God, just as I thought, she's done it. She's seduced him. Poor man, like a lamb to the slaughter.
Jan, what are you talking about?
Well, you wouldn't know this, but not too long ago I was heavily involved with a man who had a real problem. Drinking and money especially. And before I knew what was happening, I was joining him in the drinking and giving him great big lumps of money to pay his debt. In the end, he left me with what was left of my savings, and I was left with a drinking problem all of my own.
Richard? Come on.
No. Richard was my salvation. In the end, when I really started to crumble, Richard put me back together again. He helped me financially, reassured me. Oh, he was marvellous. I knew he was the only man for me, but just as I started to get myself back together, he pulled away from me. It's obvious now, he's seeing Ruth. It's going to be the Richard and Ruth show. I can see it all now.
No. I don't think so, Jan. I think you'll get me upset over nothing.
Oh, no. I know it. He let it slip. There's definitely another woman in his life, and it could only be Ruth, or that highly cute Tracy Tempest. And I know which one I think it is.
Tracy? You mean Tracy's
No. She'd love to be, though. No, it's Ruth, definitely. All that time out of the office, always tired. What more proof do you need?
No, I think you're nothing. I really do. I know it can't be Ruth.
No? How can you know? You don't mean you and she are?
No, I don't mean that at all. I just mean that Ruth's got a lot on her plate right now, and she's very, very busy. And I just know it can't be Ruth. And as for Tracy, well, she couldn't. No, Richard would never look at her. Richard respects professionalism.
Sure, you're right, but it's bloody funny to see her in action, isn't it?
Yes, especially when the auto cue goes wrong. No, I didn't even know she could read.
Tracy, another classic performance. No, actually, I think you've surpassed yourself this time. A supreme performance. Now, why don't you go and rest? Find a darkened room somewhere, lie down, put a plastic bag over your head and let nature take its course. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, if we can settle down now. It's vital that we return to the schedule, otherwise we'll never get through the planned programme. Crew, can you move it along, please? Make sure we're fully prepared for the agenda. In a moment, we'll be going into another commercial break, followed by our link man, Richard Everard, who will record his introduction to Antiques Forum. So, if we're all quite ready, can we cue the acts, please? Thank you. And cue the acts. 5, 4, 3.
Transformed at Bassingbourne Garage.
Don't vote, post it with Litlington Post Office.
Post it with Litlington Post Office.
Post it, post it, post it,
Post it. Post it.
Wait a minute. Don't post it. Stamp it.
post office. Stamp it, stamp it, stamp it, stamp it, stamp it. Stamped. Post it, post it, post it, post it, post it, posted. Post it with Litlington Post Office.
Those without any major trauma, so if I can cue Richard. When you're quite ready, Richard.
Thank you, Sharon. Yes, that's fine. Right. Tracy, darling, can I have a word? We've been doing a second, Ruth. Tracy, I just want you to know that we all have our days. But the true professional keeps on going just like you did. And I'm really proud of you.
Oh, Richard, that means so much to me. God, I mean, I just thought that I'd messed it up totally. You're such a comfort to me.
Oh, well, I'm afraid you'll have to excuse me now because I've got to get on. But if you'd like to wait for me until later, we'll have some dinner. You okay, darling?
Oh, Grace? Oh, that's great.
See you
Thanks,
later.
Richard. Wonderful, thanks. Your wish is my commode.
Richard. Sorry to interrupt, but we do need to introduce Antiques Forum as soon as we can. I'll put Butcher on for a minute or two, but if you could be ready. Studio, can you cue Butcher to hold the audience till Richard's set?
Cue Butcher.
Now here we are again. Now as I was saying a little while ago.
Okay, places everybody. Cue VT. Cue Richard. 5, 4, 3.
And now for our regular meeting with Martha Nagus and Hugh Scully, who are in deepest East Anglia, to bring us yet another exciting and informative edition of Antiques Forum.
Hold on. Where's Scullery? Where's Loverboy?
He isn't here.
What do you mean he isn't here?
He isn't here. The last time I saw him, he was down the pub trying it on with some woman he'd just met.
Hold it, everyone. It appears we have a slight problem. Doesn't he know what time we were due to start?
Of course he does. But you know what he's like when he thinks he has a chance to get into reproduction.
If he doesn't turn up soon, Ruth will go spare.
Somebody mentioned my name. Where's Scullery?
We don't know exactly.
Look, I'm not interested in his coordinates as plotted by satellite. I just want him here.
Satellite? Isn't that some sort of fat?
It's not my job to be nursemaid for everybody.
Give me a break. Do I have to do everything myself? You said I could rely on you.
But I didn't know that he was going to turn up late.
You know how unreliable he is. You should have arranged a minder. He's practically an antique himself, after all.
You mean old and distressed, like a piece of old furniture?
Yes, something like that. But if he doesn't get here within the next 60 seconds, he really will be distressed when I get my hands on him.
Oi there, Wonder Woman. What's the problem? Are you going to keep us waiting all day?
Very sorry, madam. But we are waiting for one of our experts. We'll continue with the programme as soon as he gets here. Oh, here he comes.
Hello, my dears. What's going on here, then?
Where the hell have you been?
Oh, everything's under control. Keep your knickers on.
Do you have any idea how much it costs to keep them on?
I haven't any idea at all, but I bet it costs a lot more to get them off.
It's only you, sir. Stand it.
Okay, Ruth. Right, I think we can all start now. Places, everybody.
Believe you've been up to your old tricks again?
Oh, purely professional, I assure you.
I can see that. It's a pity you can't pay more attention to this job.
And stand by. Everybody nice and quiet. This is Antiques Forum. And roll VT. 5, 4, 3.
Good evening and welcome to Litlington Village Hall, where tonight we are the guests of the Litlington Antique Society. Litlington is a small village in rural southern Cambridgeshire. Mind you, if you want to write to the Antique Society, it says here, you have to address your letters to Royston in Hertfordshire. How confusing. But in the packed hall tonight, we'll be looking at a large number of things, most of them old. I'm Hugh Scullery, and I'm old. Martha Negus is even older. She'll be looking at old things as well. You could say this is just a wonderful place to be old. Hello, my dear, and what have you got for us to see?
Look, are we really on the telly? Hello to everyone, it's Tito
This is an interesting item. Wherever did you get it?
I got it from a cowboot sailing weekly. It's called Bassingbourne.
And have you any idea what it is?
No, I'm afraid I don't. The man who sent it to me said it might be an early Elizabethan beer pump handle. But I don't.
Well, it's quite understandable, considering its size and shape. But in fact, it's something quite different. Have you any idea how old it is?
No, but I'm sure it must be very old.
Well, if you look closely, there are a number of clues which answer all these questions for us.
It's a very valuable. I've not got it insured.
Oh, well, it would be valuable, but a certain part of it is missing.
But that's a shame. What is missing?
Well, there should be a cover made of rubber, which goes over this piece here. In fact, it's the most important part of it.
Brenda, can't you get on with it?
As I was saying, this part used to attach it to a table. There would have been a row of them in a building, an outbuilding on a farm somewhere. Almost certainly there would have been a row of them. Yes, and it's Victorian. It's dated about 1890, and in fact, it's a bull's condom holder. Its value, if it was complete, it will be about £900. But because the most important part's missing, this one's only worth about a £5.
Very interesting. Thank you very much.
It's a pity you didn't know all this before you bought it.
I did wonder at the time whether I ought to take the plunge.
Oh, I see you have got a painting. I must say, this is a very exciting item. Can you tell us something about it?
Well, as you can see, it's a still life composition in oils.
Have you had it long?
No, not really. I found it at home.
Well, I don't want to buzz your ideas up too much, but it could be a very important find. Oh,
Really? Do you think it's valuable?
Well, I don't know. If I'm right, it's very valuable indeed.
That is amazing. Who painted it?
If I'm not mistaken, I think it's oh dear, I think it's painted by Picasso.
That is incredible.
Isn't it exciting?
What makes you think it's a Picasso?
Mainly the style. It's abstract, with a hint of cubism, and as you can see, it was painted in his blue period.
You seem very sure about all of this.
Well, I was just looking to make sure. Oh, yes. Oh, look at that. There's an name here. It looks like Rebecca. And here, there is a 4.
Wow, have you thought, what do you think that means?
Yes, well, I can't really make anything out of it. But I am absolutely sure that this is a Picasso.
No chance you
Certainly not. I have been assessing fine art for 20 years.
Well, perhaps there's something on the back that will confirm your opinion.
Well, if you insist, but I can assure you I am right.
What's this?
Oh dear. Oh, well, it looks like a child's handprint.
It is. The painting was painted by my 4-year-old daughter.
That's unbelievable.
Not really. It just goes to prove that when it comes to antiques, there's no fool like an old fool.
I'm not going to stand for that.
Neither am I. I'm off.
Okay then, Mr. Scullery. What do you think of that then?
Well, I,
Go on, tell me what's your worth then?
well, excuse me, Mr. Scullery, sir, excuse me, but there's a telephone call for you. Look, I can't possibly talk to anybody now. Take a message and I'll ring them back. Now, where was I?
Oh, typical man. You can't concentrate on one thing.
Well, okay. Tell us, where did you get this off?
That's not important.
Something about the items together in the programme.
Oh, look, calling and tell me that it's work with you.
Well,
I'm sorry, Mr. Scullery, but the gentleman said he wishes to speak to you now.
look, this is ridiculous. Can't you see I'm in the middle of making a television programme? Who is it?
Well, it sounded like, oh yes, what, Miss Sargent.
Never heard of him. What's it about? Well, look, I can't speak to anybody until you finish recording. I'm extremely sorry about these interruptions, madam. Now, where were we?
Now, for the last time, look, I'm not interested in knowing anything other than what that's worth.
Aren't you interested in about anything other than its value?
No, not really.
That's appalling.
Oh, get real. Nowadays, it's not who you are, but it's who you're worth that really matters.
Excuse me. But the gentleman said he wishes to speak to you right now. And he says to tell you that it's Inspector Sergeant from the police force.
Hello, yes, speaking. That's correct, I carry out valuations all the time. Just for insurance purposes, of course. I may have done, but I can't be specific. I carry out hundreds of valuations every year. Ah, yes, I remember a particularly fine example. Why, is there a problem? I see, but I do assure you I valued it correctly. Well, I don't see what coming to see you would achieve. Very well, I'll be there at 9 o'clock in the morning.
Come on, am I going to get a valuation now or not?
No, I'm afraid you're not. We've just run out of time. That's all we have time for tonight. We'd like to thank the Litlington Antique Society for their very generous hospitality. Next week, we shall be in the New Forest looking at old things. But from all of us here in the Litlington Village Hall, good night.
I see you've been up to your tricks again.
What are you implying? Who said there was a problem?
Well, if there isn't a problem, why are you going to see the police in the morning?
It's to do with a valuation I did in January on a piece of silver. Purely for insurance purposes, of course.
And?
Well, it seems that it was stolen and the owners claimed on it insurance.
So?
Well, the police have recovered the item. They've had it revalued. They put a higher price on it.
I still can't see the problem.
Well, I valued it at £500, but they're saying it's worth a lot more.
What was the piece?
It was a particularly fine, large, silver suit tureen.
With handles like serpents?
That's right. How did you know?
Well, I valued it in January as well. That crook Lovebite, he wanted a valuation on it, and I told him 475. But he wanted me to do 1,500 for insurance purposes, but I refused. Oh yeah. Hey, wait a minute. Didn't I see you down the Crown with him the other... You crook! You're a
Okay, everybody, studio and food. Refreshment break. Please be ready for working positions in 20 minutes. The bar is now open. Plenty of notice to swing in those number twos. It's not an easy job, you know. Oh, for God's sake, will you stop moaning? You have plenty of time. Sharon, can you make sure you're ready for show 4 and 5? You'll have no time between them, and without makeup it'll be hard to tell whether some of those dim lips are facing the right way or not.
Ha, bloody ha. What a wit our journey's turning into.
Joni, can I have a teeny weeny little word, please?
Certainly, Jan, but not just now. It'll have to wait, okay? Catch me later. Have we made sure that damn auto cue is working? I don't think the station could stand another stand-up routine from Tracy.
Has anybody seen Richard? I must have a word with him.
Last time he was over there talking to Tracy. And I do believe he's still there.
Oh, okay, thank you. I'll leave it a little while.
Has anybody seen anything suspicious? What exactly do you mean? Like more suspicious than usual?
I actually meant anybody who looks like they might be from the franchise committee.
Well, it's hard to know, isn't it? I mean, who could tell?
Well, yes, exactly. I think we should just try and think positive and hope that nobody's been scrutinising us on a day such as this. It's been a total disaster.
And it's not over yet, is it, Jan? So let's all resolve to make extra efforts to salvage what's left of it. Are we ready with the links to neighbourhood crime time? I'm not leaving anything in that fiasco to chance. No worries there, Ruth. All under control. How long before I'm back to work? I could do with nipping out of here. No, you don't. We're back in a few minutes and Ruth would decapitate anyone who was late.
That's our Tracy for you, always full of good advice and bad English.
Excuse me, I heard that and I repent any interference that there's anything wrong with my talking skills. It's just my accent that sometimes leads to mistaken identity. That a girl, Tracy. You tell her.
Okay, everybody, 2 minutes before we resume. Please start making your way back to your seats and your places. Thank you.
Who's that talking to, Richard? It's not like him to talk to his public. I really have no idea. I'm sure it's just a fan. Do you really think so? We don't want him distracted by anything right now. Better get the show back on the road, Ruth. I'll get everybody into place and you can rally the troops. Yes, better hand, and let's hope we can radically improve on our earlier sound efforts.
Places, everybody, please.
Juliet, 5, 4, 3, 2.
Right, I'll have this flavour. You can have that flavour. Oi! You can have them. There's only one more, so you can have them. Thanks. I'll go and get my mum. Mum! Hello, Poppy. We need some more sandwiches. What is it, Poppy? Lisa. Okay, what flavour do you want, dear? Cheese. Oh, is that the thick one I read about in your diary, dear? You shouldn't be reading my
then. Duh.
You could sleep like this and phone. Budget and leg it. Yeah. 2 sugars in right enough. No milk in mine. Got this one. We tell you about our massive yellow van. Yellow van, 3 wheels and loads of tools. Washing machine. No. She doesn't want you. She wants Jeff Bright. Jeff Bright. Jeff Bright. Jeff Bright.
Okay, can I have a word with the staff and the crew before we start back into it, please? Staff and crew? I'm not quite sure how to say this, so here goes. If I didn't make myself clear earlier on, it's now time for the bottom line. Every area, technical, crew, support, front of camera, we must have 100% effort and concentration. I want no more tantrums, lapses or mistakes. Everyone is dependent upon you all doing your jobs properly. Now please understand that the effort I'm demanding of you is not just for my work, but for all of us. Now go to it. Let's make it happen.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's it. Let's all make it happen. Whatever it is.
Oh, what's this, Joni? Mutiny in the ranks. You know, Ruth would be most repressed to hear about this.
I think you mean distress, don't you, Tracy? Can't you get anything right? God, why is it that cute creatures like you, who are to wit what Russell Grant is to mastermind, find yourselves working front of camera, in the public eye, and receiving fan mail? Whereas I, and those like me, are overlooked, underestimated and never recognised. I should be there. I can do it. It was in my destiny. And I let it slip through my fingers.
Hey, Joni, I had no idea you used to work up front.
No, I didn't. But I wanted to. And I could have if only. Oh, it doesn't matter. Forget it. Sharon, can I have words, please?
Yes, Joni.
Listen, Sharon. I know that Jan's manner can be a little abrasive. And sometimes it's hard to remember what a caring individual she is. But right now she is under some considerable pressure. Things are not going well for her.
Oh, see? Nothing trivial, I hope, then.
Sharon, this is serious. We've all got to be a lot more considerate around here if we're going to make things work. And right now, Jan needs more consideration than ever.
Well, what is it then? Is it her drinking, or a bit of man trouble? Or is she just looking back on our menopause with fond memories?
It really is most unkind. But yeah, she does have a drink problem. But she's going for therapy and she'll get over that one. No, between you and me,
I think it's down to our regular investments in Gordon's and Smirnoff.
Well, not quite. Between you and me, there was this man in her life who she feels somewhat abused her before he dumped her.
You're talking now, but what do you mean exactly? Abused?
Well, he took all of her money and her trust and left her dejected. But actually, it's not as simple as that.
Well, what are you talking about?
Well, the man in question was Michael Braid.
Joking?
No, I'm not. He was under a lot of stress and he took comfort in Jan's arms.
Rotten sod?
No, actually he really cared for her. It was just that he was drinking and needed money and she gave it to him and he started to feel all guilty about it. So he left, but not because he didn't care for her, That is terrible. Does she know about this? No, I don't think so. I only found out about it last week when I met Michael. Actually, he's really pulled himself together now. Right? He'd be a lot better if he had Jan back in his life. Yeah, but I bet right now she hates him. Well, it certainly looks that way. Anyway, now I've told you all this, can I rely on you to help me get Jan to work through these? Yeah, whatever you say, we'll try. Thanks, Sharon.
Has anyone seen that camera undertaker? I need to talk to him about my best side.
Times like this, I wish I was an undertaker.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, all refreshed and comfortable, I hope. We're now going into recording of our ever-popular children's programme, Cracker Story. So I think if there's time in the meantime, Joni, we can call on the services of Mr. Billy Butcher, our audience manager. Thank you.
Yes, Ruth, we'll see.
Goodbye. Richard, you must understand. It's up to you to tell her. But I want your assurance that you will. We can't go on like this.
Emily, you can rest assured that when the time's right, I will tell her. You're absolutely right, she has to know. Oh, Emily, I can't tell you how much this means to me to see you after all this time, especially with the news that you've just told me.
Well, I'm glad you're happy. It means a lot to me too. But you must understand. I mean, she works here and everything. And I've seen how she is with you. She has to be told.
Emily, you had my word, and I won't let you down. Now I must get on. I'll see you later, Emily. In the meantime, don't let her see you.
What the hell was that with Richard? I need to know I can really rely on him.
Don't upset yourself, Jan. I'm sure it's nothing for you to worry about. But I'm not so sure that Richard is the man you think he is. I think you've met the love of your life and it slipped away.
Did you say it slipped away?
No, I said slipped away. Maybe it'll come back. Who knows?
God, how could she possibly believe that someone like Richard could be infatuated by her? It's absolutely ludicrous.
Can we get on with it, please? Are you ready to crack the story, Jan?
Richard, oh Richard, don't let me down. Don't do what Michael did to me. Yes, I'm coming, Joni.
Okay, all right. Let's bring on Billy Butcher for a bit. Billy Butcher to the stage, please. Now.
Okay, on me way. With you in a sec. Do you really need me this time? Don't believe it. You should have seen the woman we had in here last week.
Okay, right. No, forget it. Okay, I'll set.
Sorry, Joni, I'll leave it with you. If I can, when I go to post-production.
Yes, fine, Ruth. We're in good shape. Oh, things would be finer if I was presenting shows like this. And I could do it, but I'm not doing it. So in the meantime, let's get on with this masterpiece. Okay, if we're all ready, let's get into Cracker Story. Is anybody listening to me?
Just a minute. I want to make a few changes to the programme.
What changes?
I want to add a little style and charm to the proceedings. Inject a little of my personality.
Look, you've been given the script and I presume you can read. Nobody's told me about any changes, so let's get on with it, shall we?
Look, I've even brought my own soundtrack. Well, if you're not going to make these changes, I'm just going to tell Ruth I can't do it. In fact, I'm going to see her now. Ruth, where are you? Ruth?
Just stay where you are. I'm coming down.
Ruth.
Listen to me. Let me give you the facts of life. When you were hired as a news presenter, you thought you got the job because of your skills as a journalist.
What do you mean this is a Sue Barker?
Listen to me. Let me give you the facts of life. You were hired as a news presenter. You thought you got the job because of your skills as a journalist. Well, have I got news for you? Everybody knows you only got the job because you're a martini.
A martini? What are you talking about?
You know, any time, any place, anywhere. career. So while you've still got your looks, they give you a travel programme. People like you used to end up on Come Dancing. So there you are, selling everybody the promise of sun, sea and sand. And if they're very unlucky, a sexually transmitted disease.
Oh, that's not true!
Anyway, from there it's a case of whatever you can get, once your assets start to drop. Mind you, in your case it looks like a stock market crash.
Oh, how dare you speak to me like that?
So here you are, starring in a children's programme. Make the most of it, because from here it's onto breakfast TV, where people will be too bleary-eyed to notice a soft-focus picture. And then it's only a matter of time before you end up on cable. So are we going to get on with it, or do I call Ruth and tell her to get somebody else?
Oh, no. It's obviously too late to do anything about it now. I'll get my agent to sort it out.
Okay.
Okay, stand by studio. Right, and remember, this is a Sue Barker.
I mean, this is a Sue Barker.
Oh, come on, Jan, it's easy. Now, come on, Jan, it's easy. Female presenter, short skirt, low couch, and the right camera angle. And all you have to do is make sure you show plenty of leg.
This is supposed to be a children's programme.
Jan, are you really so naive? Don't you know that there will be plenty of fathers watching, plenty of fathers and adolescent schoolboys watching, who are only interested in seeing as much thigh as you're prepared to show them? So now you know the score. Can we please get on with it?
Really very
What
happy
the
about
hell is going on? We should have started ages ago.
Sorry, Ruth. Jan was just saying how much she was looking forward to recording this.
Well, all she
Weren't
will
you,
have,
Jan?
all she will have to look forward to is life on the dole if she doesn't get a move on. So move it.
Okay, it's ready, everybody. And into Cracker Stories. Roll VT. 5, 4, 3, 2.
Hello, children. Today's story is called Goldilocks and the Three Bears. And it begins like all fairy tales begin. And do you know how all fairy tales begin? That's right. They begin with once upon a time, don't they? Oh, look, come on, can't we be a bit more specific here? Can't we have a date or a time or something?
Get on with it.
I mean, anything would be better than once upon a time. So, once upon a time, there were 3 bears who lived in a cottage in the forest. There was Father Bear, who was big and strong. Oh, I can just see him now, tall and bulging, just like Arnie. Mother Bear, who was medium-sized. I bet she's a perfect 10 with legs that go on forever. And Baby Bear, who was small.
Cut! What is the matter with you?
Can't do this. It's not my style.
Well, you're going to just have to do it. We haven't got time to do it again. We'll just have to edit out your little embellishments. Now, get on with it, and for heaven's sake, stick to the script.
Right, stand by, everybody. Nice and quiet in the studio. Roll VT. 5, 4, 3, 2.
One day, Bummy Bear, Mummy Bear, made some hot porridge. She made a big bowl for Daddy Bear, a medium-sized bowl for Mummy Bear, and a small bowl for Baby Bear. The porridge was very hot. I've got no words mixed up then.
went for a walk in the forest while it cooled down. Just then along came a little girl called Goldilocks, and she saw the baby bear's cottage. Goldilocks looked inside the cottage and saw the 3 bowls of porridge. Goldilocks was very hungry, so she went inside and tried Daddy Bear's porridge. But it was hot. I mean, too hot. I'm sorry, but this audience just keep making me laugh. Then she tried Mummy Bear's porridge, but it was too cold. Then she tried Baby Bear's porridge, and it was just right. So she ate and ate and ate until there wasn't any left. Obviously a compulsive eater. Then Goldilocks wanted to sit down. First she sat in Daddy Bear's rocking chair, but it rocked too fast. Then she sat in Mummy Bear's rocking chair, but it rocked too slowly. Then she sat in Baby Bear's rocking chair, and it rocked just right. So Goldilocks rocked and rocked. That the little bear choked. I mean, choked. Well, what would you expect if you bought cheap furniture? Then Goldilocks wanted to lie down. First she tried Daddy Bear's bed, but it was too hard. Then she tried Mummy Bear's bed, but it was too soft. Then she tried Baby Bear's bed, and
One
it
eye,
was
that
just
bear, isn't it?
right. So Goldilocks fell asleep in Baby Bear's bed. Little slut, she's obviously used to sleeping.
Cut! That's it! I've had enough! Cut! That's it! I've had enough! I'm going to get Ruth.
No, look, please, look, I know I can do it. I just need to present it in my own style.
Okay, I'll give you one last chance. Stand by, everybody. Roll VT. 5, 4, 3, 2.
From ITN News at 10.
Mysterious blonde arrested after she wrecks remote forest hideaway. The opposition claim that bears having to eat porridge is a direct result of the government's failed environmentalists slam cottage in the forest as unnecessary development of the greenbelt.
Stop! Stop! I can't take any more. I need a drink.
Oh, what a good idea.
I really, really cannot believe this. Joni, you fix this. Reschedule and make sure it's from the script this time.
She's pathetic.
Cracker's turned into a slapper. Right, that's it. No more. From this moment forward, we are sticking to the plan. see you prattling around, putting out cables that should have been in place this morning. Stick to the plan, or by God, I'll stick it to you.
How's the timely for prime time? Are we all set? Is this a ridiculous question?
No, Ruth, not at all. Everything's under control. Butcher's on stage now, and then we're straight into naval prime time. Rest assured, nothing will go wrong from now on. Butcher! Billy Butcher, on stage now, please.
Oh, yeah, sure. You must think I'm stupid. Or
Billy
you think
Butcher! Get out here now!
Yes, sir. On my way now. Hello, it's me again. Are you having a good time?
Oh, yeah!
You can do better than that. Are you having a good time? Thank you. I'm going to spoil all that now. No, honestly. Did you hear the one about the man who fell off a tall building? He fell four floors, or even 4 floors. Landing on the ground, he's lying there in a pool of blood, and the woman goes running up to him and says, "My God, what's happened here?" And he said, "I don't know, but he just got here." Whoa! They're throwing things! Don't worry, I'll take it. Not the glasses, please. A man buys some chickens from a bloke in a pub. 50. Any more detail you want? 50. Right. And the bloke who sells the chickens goes back in the pub 1 week later, and the landlord said, "Here, that bloke you sold the chickens to was in here last night complaining they'd all died." And the bloke who sold the chickens said, "Yeah, I know. He rang me up day before yesterday. I went round straight away to see what was wrong. Silly sod, he planted them too close together." Right, I'm getting the signal ID to get off. We'll see you soon. Thanks very much.
Welcome to Neighbourhood Crime Time. In the studio tonight we have Inspector Sergeant from the Rain Valley Police. We will also be featuring WPC Tanya Hyde, who will be presenting our photo call feature. Dave Price, our resident expert, will be trying to match stolen goods with their rightful owners in our Aladdin's Cave feature. In a moment, I will be telling you about some of the items in tonight's programme, but first, here's Sue Crook with an update on last month's crimes.
So, we've had a tremendous response from several of the crimes featured in our... Sorry, can we do that again?
Okay, hold it everybody, and stand by for a retake.
I must congratulate you, Inspector, on the impressive reduction in crime statistics for your region over recent months.
Yes, we've had a very successful second quarter, but we can't afford to get complacent, you know, especially with the changes which are taking place in crime amongst the criminal fraternity.
I'm not sure I understand.
Well, we're finding that crime is becoming far more widespread within the more respectable areas of society.
Exactly what do you mean?
Well, even members of your profession, you know, are up to no good these days.
My profession?
Look, I can't say too much, but the individual concerned will shortly know that we're on to him.
Sorry, Jolie's no good. We've got a technical problem. Can you hold it for 5, please?
Right, everybody, stand by in 2 minutes.
You look awful. What's the problem?
Oh, leave me alone, you wouldn't understand.
Test positive, was it?
Oh,
Ready, Jolly? 5, excellent.
Nick, there's a telephone. It's your wife.
Hello, darling. No, I haven't forgotten that it's Joe's birthday. Yes, I promise not to be late. Look, I'm going to have to go now. I'll call you later. Bye.
Still trying to keep the little woman happy, are we?
Mind your own business.
Mr. Loss, can I have a moment? I'd like to continue our earlier discussion on the changes taking place within the criminal fraternity, please.
I'll be right with you.
Nick, it's for you. Again, it's your wife.
Look, I said I'd call you back. Why do you run again? I promised I will be home on time. Now don't call again.
Oh dear. It looks like it's all becoming just a little too much.
You just wouldn't believe it.
Well, why don't you try them?
It's not all beer and skittles being a celebrity, you know. Particularly if you're irresistible to women.
Oh yeah, who told you that then?
But a white that spends money as though it's going out of fashion. Kids who are into designer labels at the age of 4. And then to cap it all, 2 months ago, out of the blue, Gloria turns up. And I just can't resist Gloria.
Well, I heard she was back from Saudi Arabia, but what's the problem?
She makes it very hard for me.
And that's a problem.
There's only so much the human body can take, you know. Things could get very sticky.
What you need is a hobby. Like what? Well, how about surfing on the internet?
I can't swim.
Nick, it's for you.
I thought I told you not to... Oh, Gloria, how are you? It's Joe's birthday. I may have problems getting away. Yeah, anyway, I have to go now. I'll ring you later. Bye.
Hello. We had a tremendous response from the crimes featured in last month's programme. You may remember our main feature featured a man who was found wandering round the city of London, obviously lost. We had a great response to this one, and as a result, we have now found his name to be Nick Leeson. Many of the eyewitnesses that came forward said that it appeared that he'd completely lost his bearings. Now over to Nick for a preview of this month's crimes.
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm not ready.
Oh, wonderful. Right, we'll come back to that one. Can we go straight into the identikit feature, please? Ready? Okay, nice and quiet in the studio. Roll VT. 5, 4, 3.
On this week's programme, we are going to show you how an identikit picture works. This simple concept has been a major breakthrough with police work and is the forerunner of the video fit picture. Now, with the help, I hope, from WPC Tanya Hyde, we will show you how it works. This technology has proved invaluable in solving many major crimes. You will note how the composite emerges from the elements. There are those who believe that we should extend this useful technology to other parts of the human body. However, most women interviewed on the subject believe that it would be of little real help, saying, "You've seen one, you've seen them all." Now, as you can see, You add one part, then another part, and then the final part. Have you seen this man? Has he been in your area? This man is wanted in connections with leaks at Buckingham Palace. Palace staff said they were completely taken in by his high-pressure sales pitch, his connections, and the fact that he was Corgi approved.
Neighbourhood crime time. Sorry, we don't do any of those kind of services. You must have the wrong number. This is 0189 20 30 40.
So, are we on for tonight, Nicky? I'm wearing your favourite underwear.
Well, I hope you've left me something clean to wear tomorrow.
You
I'd love to, but it's Joe's birthday and I just can't be late tonight.
Well, we could go down to the police station after the show.
You mean for some nookie with Nicky in the nick?
Could I have a word over here, please? WPC High.
Certainly, Mum. See you later, Nicky.
Just as I thought. Scored again. How do you do it?
Don't know. We only go out for the occasional meal, maybe once a month.
Oh, you mean luncheon with a truncheon?
I can think it was this serious. I can't keep it up for very long.
I know the feeling.
I don't understand. I think I've been found out. I'm sure I'm being followed, my phone's being tapped, and Inspector Sergeant is inferring...
Well, what's it got to do with her?
I've got a morality clause in my contract. It could cost me everything. My job, my family, everything.
Yeah, I can see what you mean. I can see the headlines now. Nick Lost loses the lot.
Keep your voice down. Maybe I should just make a clean breast of it.
Well, you know more about them than I do.
Thanks, I thought you were a friend.
We've got to talk now.
Please, let me explain. We were young, everybody was doing it. You must believe me, I didn't inhale. Then is it my regular visits to Scotland?
Visits to Scotland?
Then it must be about your...
Look, Inspector Sergeant that you ought to know. Your friend, Hugh Scullery, has been arrested on suspicion of fraud.
I just can't believe it. Phew.
No, Hugh! Now, what were you going to ask me about?
Oh, I was going to ask you about Gladiators. Did you see it tonight?
Gladiators?
Okay, can we do the end of the show next?
It doesn't matter. Some other time.
Nice and quiet in the studio. Roll VT. 5, 4, 3, 2. 3, 2. And go.
Remember, even if your life is full of close calls, we'll still be waiting for your call. So, don't have nightmares. Sleep well.
Well, I suppose despite the glitches, we can call that a success of sorts. Let's keep it rolling, eh, Junie?
Look, I can see what's going on here. It's patently obvious she's besotted with you, and you're leading her on. You promised me.
Emily, please believe me. I know what I've promised, and I meant it. I'll do it when the time is right, and I'll know when the time is right. Just trust me, I mean it.
Well, I just hope I'm not seeing a rerun of the Richard I knew years ago, who told me everything I wanted to hear, and then at the first sign of trouble he left.
I never knew. You just left me without any explanation at all. I just never knew you were in trouble.
But I knew what would happen if I told you. You wouldn't have wanted to know. You'd have left.
Oh, that's all in the past now, Emily. What matters now is that you're here and the truth is out. Now, I really must get on, otherwise I'll have Ruth on my back, if you'll pardon the expression.
Look, Richard's with that woman again.
What's going on? What does she want?
Oh, calm down, Ruth. Gosh, why are you getting so upset about this? I'm sure it's nothing.
If only you knew what Richard means. Oh, but what chance have I got with my problems? I'm hardly ever free to see him, even if he asks.
Ruth, I'm sure it's all work out all right. I've seen the way Richard looks at you, and if I've got anything to go by, I know he'll be back to you.
You think so? Really?
Yes, I do. Now let's get on with it, shall we? Please. Sort out the rest of our lives hereafter. Are we all ready for happy couples? Speak to me. Sound. Come on, speak to me. Sound. Sound. Can you make sure that soundproof means soundproof? We don't want any more leaks. Richard. Richard, can I have that word now?
I can't believe the way she's taken over. She's like some kind of an umpire seria.
I don't believe her. I really don't.
Richard, how's it going? You look a little stressed today, are you?
Oh, Joni, I'm really fine. Why do you ask?
Well, because I care about you, Richard.
Oh, Joni, I'm flattered. I never knew.
Oh, Richard, stop joking. I care about you as a friend and a colleague. Oh. But we all know there is somebody around here who just think an awful lot about you.
Oh, no, you're talking about Ruth, aren't you, Joni? Yes, and I do care for her as well. But right at the present time, timing is totally against us because we've both got our problems.
Yes.
But if... if I have, the situation will improve, I am sure. And then you'll see me and Ruth making a good go of it.
Oh, Richard, I'm so pleased.
Oh, so am I. But don't say anything to her, will you? Let me handle this in my own time.
My lips are sealed. Oh, Richard. Anyway, we must get on. Come on.
Richard, can you tell me what time you're going to be finished
Not
tonight?
now, Tracy, thank you. I'm busy. I've got to have a word with Ruth.
All right, pardon me, I'm sure.
Richard, are we all set for happy couples? Time is getting tight.
Yes, Ruth, now you just relax and take it easy. Everything's under control and Joni's doing a damn fine job.
Okay, Richard, we need you now. On set, please.
God, okay. I'll speak to you later, Ruth. Coming, Joni.
Okay, studio, are we all ready for happy couples? Time is moving on.
Yes, I'm really looking forward to this rubbish. I think I'd rather do Beatles about.
All right. Everybody, here we go. Lights ready. Camera. Cast. Roll VT. 5, 4, 3, 2.
It's Friday! It's 9 o'clock, and for the last time this series, it's time to discover who'll be the lucky couple to win the amazing star prize in our grand finale of Happy Couple! Here's Richard!
Indeed, tonight is our grand finale night. And we're going to see who's going to win our phenomenal star prize. Will it be last week's winners, the Philcrooks from Felton? Or will it be one of our mystery guests tonight who will be randomly selected from our audience? Yes, it could be any one of you. But before we meet our mystery contestants, let's find out about some of the fantastic prizes on offer tonight, including our star prize. And let us meet our charming hostess, the ever-lovely Rochelle.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's the prize all the way tonight. Because with just one correct answer, you could win a very useful, all-purpose darling. This 31-day cruise calls at Casablanca, Durban, Delhi, Hong Kong, Honolulu, and Los Angeles. Before turning back through the Panama Canal and more stopovers at Jamaica and the Cayman Islands, and then a return flight home on Concorde. All expenses will be paid, and an extra £5,000 will be thrown in for all those little luxuries that help pass the time.
Well, that's amazing, Rochelle. Thank you very much. I just hope they got enough money to afford my salary after all those prizes.
Only joking, viewers, only joking.
Plenty.
Well, without further ado, I think it's time to meet last week's winners. It is the Fiddle Crooks from Feltham. It's Justin and Shirley, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right, big boy.
Yes, well, you were very fortunate enough to beat our long-standing champions, Jack and Jenny Smith, in a very, very close contest last week. Well, I thought it would go right to the wire, and it did. You just picked them on the very last question. And how does it feel to be in our grand finale tonight?
Eh?
Yay!
Are you nervous?
No, we're not nervous, mate.
Well, let's just hope you're as lucky as you were last week.
Well, there's no luck about it. There ain't nothing we don't know about each other.
There's confidence for you, that's what I like to see. Right, now it is time to meet our mystery contestants for tonight. So let the spotlights roll. From our audience tonight to try and stop the Fiddle Crooks winning tonight's star prize.
Boy, that's not fair, that's not.
Yes, that's it. Yes, it's all fair and above board, I can assure you of that. Now, would you like to tell us your names and where you're from?
I'm Bill.
And I'm Doris.
And we're from Litlington!
That's local, isn't it? What goes on there?
Not a lot.
Well, you
You're a big fortune buttoned it up.
I think that's a young farmer, they're normally like that. We used to have an amateur dramatic society. So me and Doris left. I don't know what happened to them then.
Okay.
Tell us about your family.
Well, we've got 2 daughters. There's Alison, who's a children's nurse at Great Ormond Street, and there's Jenny, who looks after sick animals at Wood Green Animal Shelter.
How nice. And how long have you been married?
Well, it will be our 30th wedding anniversary next month.
And it doesn't seem a day too long, eh, Bill?
No, I still love her today as the same as when we got married.
Oh, well, let's you poor man. This could be the chance to win an anniversary present of a lifetime when we play Happy Couple.
Who's going to answer the questions first? You step forward.
Well, I think I will. Is that all right, darling? Yes.
Okay, Bill. Well, if you'd like to go off with Rochelle to the soundproof booth and don't come
Right, Doris, now. I'm going to ask you 3 questions. And remember to take your time, because I have to accept the first answer you give me. If you get stuck on a question, just say pass. We'll come back to it later, okay? Now, right, question number 1. When Bill goes to buy some new clothes, who chooses them? Does he choose them himself? Do you buy them for him, or do you decide between you? Well, that's a good start, isn't it? Let's try it again. Does he select them himself? Do you buy them for him, or do you decide together?
No, I usually buy Bill's clothes.
Right, that's good. Okay, now question number 2. Let's say you go out for an evening at the pub or to a friend's house. How do you decide who drives home? What the hell are they laughing? Do you toss a coin to decide? Do you take turns? Do you usually drive, or do you get a taxi?
Oh, no, Bill likes a pint or two, so I usually drive.
Lucky old Billy, doesn't know he's been born, does he? Okay, final question coming up. Would you say Bill is tidy around the house? For instance, when he undresses for bed, does he fold his clothes and put them away? Does he leave them lying on the floor for him to clear away? Or does he leave them on a chair and put them away later?
Oh, no, Bill always puts his clothes away neatly in the drawer.
You have got him trained well, haven't you? Now let's see if he agrees with you. Rochelle, bring Bill back. Now we asked Doris 3 questions, and your answers have to concur with hers to get you through to the next round. Okay. Question number 1. When I asked Doris who selects your clothes for you, did she say you choose them yourself? Did she say she chooses them for you? Or did she say you decide between yourselves?
Doris always picks my clothes. She knows what I like.
That's the correct answer! Second question. When I asked Doris who drives home after a party, did she say you toss a coin to decide, you take turns, she usually drives, or you get a taxi?
That's easy. Doris is not one for the drink. She always volunteers to drive home.
Right again! Just one more, Bill, and you'll be through to the grand finale. Now, when I asked Doris what you did with the clothes when you got undressed, did she say you fold them, put them away? Did she say you leave them lying on the floor for her to clear away later? Or do you leave them on a chair?
Well, I'm not sure about this. I'll have to think about it.
Well, you think hard about this, dear.
Now I usually put them away quick myself.
Yes, that's the correct. Finale now, let's take some seats and we'll bring back the fiddle crooks to see how they get on. Come back the fiddle Right, Jason. Now,
Justin.
Yeah. Yes, okay. Right, Justin, yes indeed. Now, who's going to answer the questions first?
I will, like we did last time, eh, Gil?
Okay, Rochelle. If you'd like to go with Rochelle to the soundproof booth. Are you ready? Question number 1. If you won £2 million on the lottery, what would you buy first? Would it be a new car, a house, or a luxury holiday? Let's go.
No, I'd get myself a Ferrari testosterone, wouldn't I, eh?
Yes, I suppose. Question number 2. Suppose it's your 21st wedding anniversary and you decide to take Shirley for a special meal. Would you prefer haute cuisine in a top London hotel, a night out with friends at the local pub, or a quiet night in with a meal you had cooked for her?
No, she don't want nothing posh like. I'd give her a night down the Crown on curry night.
If that's what you think, they obviously agree with you. Are you ready for your final question?
Yep.
There we go. Nicky, you have been invited to a formal dinner party at your boss's house. And Shirley needs some new clothes. What would she most likely buy? A full-length satin evening gown, a slinky black number, or a trouser suit?
Black number.
How the bloody hell should I know?
Come on, you must have some idea and a taste of clothes?
She don't tell me nothing. God, bloody hell.
Would it be a full-length satin evening gown, a slinky black number, or a trouser suit?
The last one, I think.
Trousers.
No.
Yeah, I suppose.
Okay, right then. Now let's get Shirley back and see if her answers concur with yours. Now, Shirley, we first asked Jason what we...
Yeah, you call me Jason once more, and I shall put your teeth right down the back of your throat.
Yes, sorry, Justin. Just a little bit closer. Right, so we asked Justin 3 questions, and now the first question was, if you won the lottery, what would you buy first? Would it be a car? Would it be a house? Or would it be a luxury holiday?
Oh, I've always wanted to go to America, but I think we have a car for Justin.
Yes, well done. Question number 2. I asked Justin where you prefer to go on your 21st wedding anniversary. Did he say a posh restaurant in a top London hotel? Did he say down the pub? Or did he say a romantic dinner at home? I'll have to hurry you.
I know what I'd like. A nice curry down a Crown.
Yes, well, you got there in the end, didn't you, my dear? Well, now I have to accept your first answer. So, question number 3. When I asked your husband what you would buy if you went to a formal dinner party, did he say a satin evening gown, a slinky black number, or a trouser suit?
I think a trouser. Yeah, definitely trouser suit.
Oh, well, you do really think alike, don't you? That means we have a tie-break situation, and I'm going to have to ask the stinker questions to both couples. So if you'd like to come and stand up at your lecterns. So it'll be the first couple to answer the questions first, but remember I have to take your first answer. Now are you ready? Fingers on your buzzers, and good luck. What I want to know is this. In which year did England win the World Cup? 66!
Yeah.
No, that's not what I've got on the card. I'm sorry, I have to ask.
1966! Everybody knows that!
1966, that's it! You are the winners of
Sorry! He's been cheating all night!
Speak to me! Victor, my darling, speak to me!
Mom? What are you doing here? How long have you been here?
Oh, I can't believe this. All these lovely women.
Now what, you really are a toss, aren't you, Richard Everard? You really are a...
Don't you speak to your father like that.
My father? What do you mean, Mum, my father?
Yes, Tracy. Richard is your dad. He didn't know until I showed up here this week. We were both going to tell you today, weren't we?
Yes. Yes, dear.
Richard Everard, my father. Oh, God, he must think I'm really, really stupid.
Oh, well. Here we all are. The truth's out and nobody's crying. Tracy, I'm so proud of you. And I really will make it up to you when I can. And I'm so grateful to you, Emily, as well. This is truly wonderful.
Get him into a chair and give me a hand, please.
And now that you can see I'm not the scoundrel you thought I was, as soon as I can, I'm going to show you just how much you mean to me.
Oh, Richard!
Jan, don't look so sad. He wasn't for you.
What do you mean?
Well, I saw Michael last week and he told me everything. And he misses you desperately. Give him a chance. Give him a call.
I think I will, Joni. I think I will.
Well, Joni, this nearly turned out to a happy ending, at least for some of us.
Oh, I don't know. If you ask me, this isn't the end of anything. It's just the beginning. And we've all got something to be happy about.
Thank you very much for attending tonight on our last performance of this show. We've certainly had fun presenting it. It's the fourth performance. It's been going on now for about 3 months. You wouldn't believe that, would you? Umpteen changes, people leaving, people coming along and learning new scripts and so on, rewriting. It is great fun. I always make this sort of commercial, but we have lost some members recently, and we do need more talent, as is obvious. Seriously, it is great fun. If anybody wants to come and have a go, please come along and join us. It's not just the people on the stage here that make these sort of things possible, it's all the peripheral staff. They're not peripheral at all, they're vitally important. Just to go through them quickly, the front of house with Gino and Bet and Sue Webb. The bar staff, where will be we sober? And the lights and the sound, and I don't mean the part of the performance side of it, it's still very important. And on this occasion, of course, the camera as well, DougRidge. But Stuart and Glenn and Doug, they've done a great job there. Backstage, Pauline and Dave Watts, as ever. Really, a performance can't take place.
I believe Leon forgot one very important person here, and that is in charge of makeup throughout the production, Sue Bidwell. She did a great job, especially on Richard's hair.
For us, we've had some external assistants. Here they all are. The Stage Right Performing Arts School, directed by Barbara Moody. There's Barbara. She does speak like a Londoner, and live a pub all the time, although she's from Canada or somewhere. Canadian, yes. Thank you, Tracy. Okay, the cast, we've all enjoyed it. I'm not going to go down and mention all of those, but two special mentions. Firstly, Phil Bedford, if you'd like to come forward, please, Phil. Phil is our current chairman. He's also responsible for writing a lot of this tonight. and certainly for producing it.
This is my fault.
I see. I'll put it in the bag if I... What is it? What is it? Right, Phil, there's a set of crystal tumblers for you.
Oh, wonderful.
There's something to whack them with, so whenever you use these, you'll remember this performance. And thank you from all of us. Thank you very much. The key person behind this performance, as he was with the Wars of the Roses 2 years ago, is Mike Holland. Mike is extremely talented. It was his concept. He's written most of it, or it certainly was his idea, and he fed the lines in. He's got everything organised. He's done the sound. He's played the music, and so on and so forth. He sat there every night quietly, putting up with our mistakes and errors.
Not that quietly.
No tantrums at all. Mike, would you come forward, please, and we'll give you something as well. Set of wine glasses for you, and something to go in them. A bottle of Chateau Leon.
Very nice, Leon.
Yes, indeed. This really is the end, and from all of us here, let's give the audience a round of applause, please.
The unhappiness of it all. Oh, how thoughtless it must all seem to you. Oh my God.
Please, keep all I've said to yourself. And
Keep it going.
thank you.
I'm so glad you told me.
I'm so glad you told me.
Happens round here.
Bored? How can you be bored? Next door's house has just burnt down. There's been a fire at the local recycling plant. 5 inmates have escaped from the local jail. I wrecked my car. There's Japanese terrorists at the airport. And there's just been a drugs bust at the Chinese restaurant. It's true, thanks God it's Saturday. You see, what I was trying to say... Oh, God.
You know, mate? I've had your daughter, she's no bloody good. How about lending me your wife?
What do you need her for?
About this evening, I'll pick her up at 7:30. I should have finished with her by 7:40.
That long?
Yeah.
Well, okay, I'll leave her in the back of the ute.
How dare you treat me like that?
What did I do? But it looks as though he might never be able to pull his ring again.
Ted. Say hello, Ted.
Hello, Ditz.
Say hello to each other, you silly men.
Hello, Ditz. Hello, Gulligan. Oh, MacDonald had a farm. E-I-E-I-O. And on that farm he had a bullock. Bullock!
Can we have some nicer animals, if you please?
Unconfirmed reports indicate that the rebels took control after fierce fighting in and around Katanga. Our West African correspondent, Steve Hackman, has been following events in the area for some time now, and hopefully he's on the other end of this phone now. Steve, can you tell us what the situation is in Maputo?
Hello. Is that the Panorama Pizza Park? Is that the Panorama Pizza Park? Is that the Panorama Pizza Park?
I beg your pardon.
I'd like to order a deep pan pizza with pepperoni and spicy chicken, please.
Well, what do you want me to do about it? No, I can't make something up. What do you think this is? Call my bluff?
There's too much noise. Listen, I just wanted to say thanks for Paris. You were great. I hope you didn't think it meant anything. Just two lonely people and all that. But I wanted you to know that I really respect you.
It's alright, look, out here in the Atlantic, we've got a lovely anti-cycle and it's set to bring loads of lovely sunshine. Well, maybe not here in East Anglia or here, but as for you lovely folks up north, we've got a little snow on the hills, but you'll be alright because this will be restricted to north of Watford. Alright. And the temperatures for the time of the year are going to be like average for the time of the year, except here where it's going to be higher, and here where it's going to be a bit lower, like, and there's this like bit here, like it's in the middle, and temperatures will be like in the middle, sort of, depending, because it's like considering the time of the month and everything.
What's she going on about?
Get on with it. Okay, sorry. And finally, the local weather for the next 24 hours. And well, it's not very good news for you farmers, I'm afraid. Mind you, they're always moaning, aren't they, viewers? I mean, God, it's always too hot or it's too wet. And I mean, they just put the prices up no matter what. You see them round here, right, driving round in the Range Rovers, going to get the easiest subsidies.
Cue Butcher.
Now here we are again. Now as I was saying, a little while ago...
Okay, places everybody. QVT.
And now for our regular meeting with Martha Nagus and Hugh Scullery, who are in deepest East Anglia, to bring us yet another exciting and informative edition of Antiques Forum.
Come here then. Oh, everything's under control. Keep your knickers on.
Do you have any idea how much it costs to keep them on?
I haven't any idea at all, but I bet it costs a lot more to get them off.
The plunge. I see you have got a painting. I must say, this is a very exciting item. Can you tell us something about it?
Well, as you can see, it's a still life composition in oils.
Have you had it long?
No, not really. I found it at home.
Well, if I'm right, it could be very valuable indeed. Mainly its style. It's abstract, with a hint of cubism. And as you can see, it was painted in the blue period.
Well, I...
Go on now, tell me what's it worth then?
Well,
Excuse me, Mr. Scully, excuse me, but there's a telephone call for you.
Look, I can't possibly talk to anybody now. Take a message and I'll ring them back.
Oh, typical man, you can't concentrate on more than one thing.
Well, okay, tell us, where did you get this object from?
That's not important.
Well,
I'm sorry, but the gentleman said he wishes to speak to you now.
Look, this is ridiculous. Can't you see I'm in the middle of making a television programme? Who is it?
Well, it sounded like, so yes, Miss Sargent.
Never heard of him. What's it about? Extremely sorry about this, madam. Now, where were we?
Now, for the last time, look, I'm not interested in knowing anything other than what that's worth.
Aren't you interested in about anything other than its value?
No, not really.
That looks poorly.
Oh, get real. Nowadays, it's not who you are, but it's who you're worth that really matters.
I don't know what to do.
Need a man who does. Do you need a man who does? Judge, do you have a bride? Do you have a bride? Judge, do you have a bride?
I didn't make myself clear earlier on. It's now time for the bottom line.
Rocked until she got so whooped. Rocked until she got so whooped.
Okay, everybody, 2 minutes before we resume, please start making your way back to your seats, please.
For you, always full of good advice and bad English.
Excuse me, I heard that, and I repent any interference.
My recording of our ever successful children's very popular cracker story. In the meantime, Johnny, I think at this time we'll bring Billy Butcher on for a moment or two.
Down there, and I want you to turn around and look at me now.
Look at
I don't want you looking at the stage.
I've got them here.
What, he's going to turn you round this way, that's what I'm saying. Don't look at the stage, I don't want you back.
Richard, you must understand.
But that's just not true. How dare you speak to me like this?
What about Teddy?
I must do. Leave him alone. Just pretend you've had the bombs.
As a result of Teddy.
Environmentally slam cottage in the forest as unnecessary development of the greenbelt.
Stop! Stop! I can't take this any longer. I need a drink.
Oh, what a good idea.
Is this a ridiculous question? No, Ruth, not at all. Everything's under control. Butcher's on straight after we're into neighbourhood crime time. Rest assured, nothing will go wrong from now on.
Billy Butcher, get out here now!
Are we ready yet? What's next? Oh, yes, look, you're supposed to be such an effective floor manager. You put together this delightful children's
Into the light, in the light.
And please don't forget to greet the audience.
Yes, certainly, Ruthie.
Oh, how kind. Oh, and by the way, call me Ruthie again and I'll really get upset.
Have to be quicker than this. Why aren't they open?
Here we go then.
Oh, MacDonald had a barn, E-I-E-I-O. And on that farm he had a bullock, bullock, bullock. E-I-E-I-O. With a bullock, bullock here and a bullock, bullock there. Here a bullock, there a bullock, everywhere bullock, bullock. Oh, MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. Don't eat much, you know.
Now then, all right. Ted, can we have some nicer animals, if you please?
Oh, MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. And on that farm he had a turkey, turkey, turkey. E-I-E-I-O. With a gobble, gobble here and a gobble, gobble there. Here a gobble, there a gobble, everywhere a gobble, gobble. Bullock, bullock here and a bullock, bullock there. Here a bullock, there a bullock, everywhere a bullock, bullock. Oh, MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. Oh, MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. And on that farm he had a cockatoo, cockatoo, cockatoo. E-I-E-I-O. With a cockatoo here and a cockatoo there. Here a cock, there a cock, everywhere a cock, cock. Gobble, gobble here and a gobble, gobble there. Here a gobble, there a gobble, everywhere a gobble, gobble. Bullock, bullock here and a bullock, bullock there. Here a bullock, there a bullock, everywhere a bullock, bullock. Oh, MacDonald had a farm,
And Ruth, how can I make it up to you? I will though, I promise you.
Get him into the chair, give me a hand.
I'm not the scoundrel you thought I was. When I can, I'm going to show you just how much you mean to me. This isn't the end of anything, and we've all got something to be happy about.
Every day for a week we would try to feel the motion down the hill. Every day for a week we would try to hear the wind rush, feel the chill. So I dug right down to the bottom of my soul, see what I had inside. Yes, I dug right down to the bottom of my soul, and I tried. And everybody's going, whoosh, whoosh. I feel the snow, I feel the cold, I feel the air. And Mr. Carr comes up to me and he says, okay, Morales, what did you feel? And I said, Don't worry about it. It's only the first week. Maybe it's genetic. They don't have bobsleighs in San Juan. Second week, more events, so we had to be a table, be a sports car, ice cream cone. Mr. Cobb, he would say, very good, except Morales. Try, Morales, all alone. So I dug right down to the bottom of my soul to see how an ice cream felt. Yes, I dug right down to the bottom of my soul, and I tried to melt. They didn't tell me nothing. They called me nothing and called about it, which really makes me burn. They were so helpful. They called me hopeless until I really didn't know where else to turn. Mr. Carpenter was to me and he says, you know what, Morales? I think you should transfer to Girls High. You'll never be an actress. Never. Jesus Christ. Went to church, prayed to Santa Maria, send me guidance. Send me guidance on my knees. Went to church, prayed to Santa Maria, help me feel it. Help me feel it. Pretty please. And the voice from down in the bottom of my soul came up to the top of my head. And the voice from down in the bottom of my soul, here is what it said. This man is nothing. This horse is nothing. If you want something, go find a better class. And when you find one, you'll be an actress. And I assure you that's what finally came to pass.
Yeah.
6 months later I heard that Cobb had died. So I dug right down to the bottom of my soul and cried. 'Cause I felt nothing.
Yeah.
Last night when I came back from the pub, I had some Indian grub. Can you hear me? Now I'm not feeling too well. My wife is giving me hell. She won't come near me. It's a good thing I'm brick soft and strong. And very, very, very long. I've used a roll or two. Been the la 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. Again. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. Here are rice and curry madras have burned a hole in my bum. And they make me fart. Uppergun and Bombay Dock and other Indian muck have blown my wife once apart. I drank some Bristol out of a cup, hoping that might thicken it up. But I'm still in the la 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. Come on, boy. La 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 la. La 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 la.
yet. Don't let it get you down. Don't let it get you down.
Stage Right Drama School, directed by Barbara Mooney for the adverts. Thank you very much for coming. We hope you enjoyed yourself. Have a safe journey home and good night!
Well, that's all.